Good morning. This is Two Legs Better. This is an episode of badminton for nerds, and this is what we are going to talk about: badminton. So this is a racket, and this is a shuttlecock. So, and today I will do a reaction video to the Sudirman Cup, which just finished the last weekend, and China won, and. With full disclosure, I watched the most part of the games played that day, but this one is a highlight, a summary of that, and I will provide a technical analysis on those. So that's what we're going to do today. And now, before we get into that, I want to tell you how I do the evaluations on those plays. I evaluate them based on two things. One is all the technical details, technical soundness, and what they did well and what they didn't do that kind of put them in a disadvantaged situation. And then I also talk about the tactical choices that they make in that play. And in order to do that, I need to lead you to my website. And this is my website. That's TwoLegsBetter.live. So when you get into the website, you can see I have a few things there, and this is the iBad Badminton Academy with the badminton sign there, and I have a tactical choice checklist and the 5R checklist. 5R checklist is the technical details of this, and my evaluation will be based on those two things. But I need to let you know that they are behind a paywall with only $1. So it's your choice. If you feel it's valuable, please subscribe. I know I'm a little bit desperate, right? Yeah, but I feel like this is my expertise, and I do need some income. So anyway, that being said, I love badminton, so let's get into the badminton side of things, and let's see how it goes.
Fabulous shot from Seung-jae.
Okay, so this is the mixed double game. You can see this is Huang Dongping. That's another Huang from China, Huang Dongping, and she actually won the Olympic mixed with a different partner 5 years ago. Yeah, the Olympics game before this one, before the past one. And this is Feng Yanzhe, and very big, tall, rangy guy. He's actually very, very good. He's technically very sound. And their opponents are from Korea, and that's the current world champion, not Olympic champion, but world champion, and that's Che. That's Cai Yoo-jung. It's yeah, the Chinese love him, love her, and give her nicknames and things like that. And that's Seung-jae. He actually won both. He's the reigning world champion in both men's double and mixed double. So this is a very good game. It's well paired. But I want to point out a few things here a little bit later. Okay, let's get on, and you can see the score. So this is the first game, and the Chinese are leading 5-3.
Great play from this lady.
Oh, that's fantastic play.
That play, I want to talk about it. Okay, this is the issue with Huang Dongping. Actually, let me ask you this: when you see this play, whose fault you think that is? I know So played a great play there, right? But the Chinese, they lost the point here. Whose fault was that? Okay, let me show you what exactly happened. Okay, so this is Huang Dongping. Huang Dongping, in my mind, I think technically, from the badminton technique side of things, she is one of the top. she's on par with maybe even better than Huang Yaqing, you know, the one with Zheng Siwei, and maybe even like with Nasir or, you know, Zhao Yunlei and many of the greats before her. So she's one of the greatest. However, she does have a lot of, well, some, I would say, she has a tendency to go back. It's almost like sometimes she forgot she's playing mixed double. It's like she's playing females double. What it does is, you think about compare her to Huang Yaqing. Huang Yaqing just grab all the chances to go front. That leaves his man to handle the rest of the things. Just let Zheng Siwei cook. You know, Zheng Siwei is not necessarily the best, you know, the most gifted player, but he has a lot of room to operate. He can do whatever he wants because Huang Yaqing let him do that. So, but for her, let's see, this is a good example of what I'm saying here. Okay, so this is a typical. So the guy is smashing here, and she's right here protecting the, you know, trying to intercept. And look at the cranes. The cranes are in great position. The male player is facing the shadow, feet are sad, and look at the female player, that's Che, and she's all set, all get ready for that, and her motion is a little bit weird, but yeah, that works for her. So, and she's a world champion. So what am I to complain, right? Who am I to complain? Anyway, so let's see. Let's roll this. So the smash is to the side, and to the male player. So there's actually nothing wrong with this. But I want you to see, for Huang Dongping, her rocket dropped. That means she's trying to move to the side to defend cross. And that's a subtle movement, okay? But So can see that. So what So does is So just drop it back. Now here's the thing though. In men double, or even woman double, it's okay the front player to go to the side, because then this guy, this person, will stay where he is. Okay, so the straight back will be his responsibility. But for mixed double, it's not always the case. In the mixed double is usually the girl still stay in the front court and the guy roaming at the back. So now let's see. See that? So saw that Huang Dongping is moving back, so he just go forward and drop it to the mid-court area that's like in between of these two players. And then Huang Dongping changed direction and went back. You know, first of all, technically she's great. She can do that. You know, she moved one side and still move back, and that's great. However, what it does is when she moves that way, to Feng, you know, he's thinking, okay, I'm staying here because she's moving there, right? I'm staying here. Now she comes back, and then Feng is like, all right, so I need to go to the center. I need to cover the big space over here. So he decides to move this way, and that's where the gap is. Now, the next one, okay. You see, this is a great one. Why? Because first of all, she used backhand to drop. When you use backhand to drop, you can't see where your opponent is. And So is very experienced. So he goes forward to intercept. He's getting ready because it's not going to be a smash or even a high lift, because high lift is not going to work. So it's very likely to be a drop. So he goes forward. And when Huang Dongping dropped it in front of the net, when she turns, look at her body. She's going to cover the cross. If you go cover the cross, who's going to cover here, right? Because for cross or anything, the whole region is the male player's responsibility. The only responsibility for her now is here. Just cover here, make sure it doesn't go back here. But because she goes to the center, and see what happens. See, you see that? She's gone and he's not there. So this is what I mean about Huang Dongping. Her tactical choices and the movement are sometimes not, ideal. That's why she doesn't have as many world champions as Huang Yajun does, I think. However, when she's on, she's on. When she's on, she's good as anybody, literally anybody. So let's see, this is 1 point.
Fantastic play by Seoul.
So played great in this one.
Yeah.
Okay, this play is an interesting play because they kind of switched. Remember, I told you Huang Dongping is great. Huang Dongping is great at the back court. And in this case, Feng Yanzhe goes forward. Feng Yanzhe is really tall. He basically controls the net. And this is the part I want to talk about the Koreans a little bit. The Koreans, they are really resilient. They are really resilient. You can beat them, you can't really kill them, not easily. Their defense is great. However, one thing I think they are a little bit lacking is adaptability. You need to change your tactic. If you see Feng goes forward, just lift it high, really, literally just lift it high and push him back, because you're not going to pass him when he's at the front court. But they didn't really do that in this rally. I don't want to talk too much about this rally, so let's move on to the next one. Okay.
Lovely.
You see what I mean? This great thing. So, by the way, from the Chinese perspective, whose fault was this? Why was it? Whose fault was it? This is again I put it on Huang Dongping. Don't blame me, okay? If you're a fan of Huang Dongping, don't try to beat me up or anything like that. I'm just talking about the technical details here. She is the front court player, okay? So she needs to take on the female player. She needs to go forward to cover up, to cover this part of the net and to go face to face with Yoo-jung, okay? And because it's not because otherwise you can see she just stayed there. She didn't really move. That's why Che can do that. Let's see. Okay, this is quite interesting. Okay, so this is okay. Okay, so now for Che, that's this is another thing. Huang needs to move out of the way. If she moves out of the way, then there will be more room for Feng to maneuver, and he can put more force on the return. Because she didn't move, so the return was kind of a mid-court area, kind of a half court, kind of high. So Che can smash it, and Che noticed that. Che is really good, and she didn't really smash it hard. She kind of smashed it half-heartedly to here. Okay, let's see. Just past the female player. See that? Just past the female player. And Huang Dongping wanted to intercept. If she moved earlier, like I said, if she moved earlier already here, then Che cannot play this position because she would already be there, right? So now, after Che play, and Che's, look at her feet. Look at her left foot. Her left foot going forward. She's trying to go to the net. Now, this is the chance for Huang Dongping to move forward to face her in front of the net, okay, to block it. But now she didn't do that. And Che can see that. See? Che can see that she didn't do that. Now, you might ask, then what's Feng doing? Why is he still here? Because he's frozen. Because Huang Dongping didn't move, so he cannot move. He doesn't know where to move. Because Huang Dongping is in front of him. If he moves out of position, then there's no way Huang can cover that. So he doesn't know where to move. And then that becomes a gap, an empty space.
Lovely.
See that? That's a really lovely place. So two great plays from two great players from Korea.
Sample of how she knows where the gaps are.
Yeah, technically it's really sound as well.
Oi. Fusion.
Brilliant.
This is great. This is great. Okay, now I want to say something good about Huang Dongping here. Okay, let's see. Did we pass it? No, this is already there. Okay, now let's see. Okay, so see the man, the first smash. For mixed doubles, you usually try to smash to the woman, but he didn't. He smashed to the man. But I want you to look at the footwork here. For Feng Yanzhe, the footwork is here. Okay, but look at Huang Dongping. She's not, her footwork is not there. But she's just so good, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. Okay. Now, so Feng Yanzhe's return was not really good. So it's half court, and then so went forward and then smash, and he chose to smash cross. Now see, this is Huang Dongping's brilliance. He just going forward to intercept the shuttle, to meet the shuttle. This is courage. This is good awareness. Okay, this is great. Okay, so she went forward. She used one technique. This is not recommended for amateurs, at least not the entry level. Anyway, so this is use I don't know, block or something, block it to there. But this one though, I would question her technical choice. If she had the technical awareness, I would, if it were me, okay, I would do this. The way I do that, it will drive the shot to here, to pass the female player to the open court. However, because she did it with the outside kind of job, and she can't go straight, because you can see the big gap is here. But this is also a gap because So is moving back and Che is still here. So it's a good choice, but I wouldn't say it's the ideal choice. I think that's the second best choice. Now she put it there and then back. Okay, now she Anyway, so she put it in the center and then starts to move to the center.
Fusion.
Okay. Yeah. If I were Feng, I would hope that she tried to cover the cross. If she covered the cross, she probably would have intercepted that. She can intercept that and put it right in front in here. It will be a classical mixed double kind of a move. It would be Huang Yaqiong would have done that. Okay, but anyway, this works for them because you can see what happened. So Feng push it and then goes forward, and then Huang moves back. You can see she moves back, and then Feng just took control over the net.
Brilliant. That's extraordinary.
Yeah, so that's a good play.
Opening game.
Yeah, that passed the rally. It was good. It was really good, and yeah, I can't help but thinking, if Huang Dongping started to intercept, she could, based on her ability, I think she could intercept that, and it was good that Feng Yanzhe still did that. Still managed to win the point. This is the thing. I think both players technically they are really really good. So
21-16.
this one shows you how good Huang Dongping really is. Okay, you can see at the beginning it was just normal, right? So the guy smashing at the back, and the girl is protecting the net and trying to intercept, and the Koreans are defending and they are in position. So everything is normal. It's really normal. Now let's see this. Okay, now it's not a smash. It's a drop. It's a drop across the net, and look at where Huang Dongping is. She is on the other side, on this other side of the court. Okay, so look at the open court. That's the open court, right? So, and Che is really good, and she saw that. She's like, wow, that's a big open court. I'm going to put it there to, to put our team in a good position. But see what happens. You see that? You see how fast and how rangy Huang Dongping is. She just jumped all the way and smashed it across, and it's just it's not just a smash, it's a cross smash. It's not because it would be easier to go straight, because that's also where the Koreans are trying to defend. But she smashed it all the way across. It's just, this is brilliant. Okay, this is brilliant. That's what she does, the lady.
Brilliant.
Ooh, nice. Nice. I like that. Okay, let's take a quick look at that. Okay, so push the man backward, and she basically just drops. Okay, and then Che also drops, because why did she drop? Because Huang didn't move up. It's I talk about that. Well, whatever. So she dropped. She should go forward. She's even for men double. But anyway, so Che saw that big gap. Just push it back. Push it back, and then go forward to protect the straight line. This is what she does, and she did it beautifully. Really, this is a beautiful shot. I think like shots like this is at least the two strong part is Huang Dongping's. If Huang Dongping went forward after the last shot she made, this wouldn't happen. So, but anyway, this is a great shot.
Brilliant. Utterly brilliant.
Yep, it is brilliant. Whoa, look at that. When you do that, when you are in the air, you don't really need to smash it hard. You just use your wrist and your finger. Just a little bit is enough, because it's so close to the net and going downward. It's just, it's all good.
Brilliant.
Okay, see, that's what Huang Dongping does. She does it as good as anybody. Oh,
I love Monday.com.
What's the legends. That was the legends. What you just saw there was the legend.
You don't know Monday.com?
That was the legend.
It's a platform that
Cai Yun and Fu Haifeng. Okay, so let's see. All right. So this is the next one. Okay. So now let's see. This is the next one.
Brilliant.
Yeah, that was the previous one. Okay. See, that's Fu Haifeng and that's Cai Yun. They are good. They are one of the greatest. Okay. Now you see, that's what this lady does. Okay, she's great. However, as great as you are a woman in a mixed double. So when both of them are attacking you, it still puts you in a bad situation. But still, it's just look at that, and look at this defense. Look at this defense, and she's out of a position, I would say. and so she used that. I don't know. Some professionals loves doing that, but it's not ideal. It's hard to generate power from that. So, but this is the second one. So this one is okay. The previous one. Let's see if we can see the previous one. Yeah, let's see. You see that? You see that? It's going downward and then using the forehand grip and from the back to generate power. This is hard. It's hard to generate much power from this. I guess in mixed doubles it's okay. Let's see. You see that? So by the way, she's still great. Okay, she generated enough power to pass the girl player, the female player, and to the back. But then they see that as opportunity. They start attacking her, and she knows. Okay, and then she's in a very awkward position, and Feng is trying to help. You know, as great as the Koreans are, I can't help but wondering, what about here? Really, just smash it there and then you win. And even for Che, if she put it there, then, and now they start to put it there, and then see how fast Huang Dongping is. It's just, you know, Huang Dongping is so fun to watch and also kind of frustrating for me sometimes. But anyway, because she's moving around all over the world, the court, that leaves Feng Yanzhi nowhere to go. Feng Yanzhi doesn't know what to do because, yeah, he just doesn't know what to do. In the Chinese team systems, you know, there's a seniority, at least implicitly, there's a seniority. Huang Dongping is the senior in this pair, you know. Feng is like a Xiao Feng, little Feng, you know, it's a little brother. And she is the big sister. And you gotta let the big sister cook, right? But then you need to provide enough support. But when the big sister is unpredictable, then you don't know where you're going, you know? Yeah, I feel for this man.
It's 1 game all.
Yeah, that's a typical formation. When she covers the net, she's really, you know, the whole pair is really at its peak. That is a brilliant shot. Backhand smash. That's a brilliant shot, using all his height and everything. But I want to commend Huang Dongping on this one. Huang Dongping didn't move back. If she moves back, then Feng Yanzhi cannot do this shot because she stood the ground and holding the net. That allowed Feng Yanzhi to do that. So both players get the applause.
That is fantastic. Oh, that's super.
You see this one? This is another confusion. I don't want you to feel like I'm raining on Huang Dongping here, okay? But this is totally her fault. This is really totally her fault, because the two Koreans, they are working this mid-court range here. They are trying to create a confusion. So at no point Huang Dongping needs to turn back to use backhand to intercept that shot. No need, really no need. So for Huang, she just covers the front court and the cross over her head, and that would be enough. Just let your man cook, you know. See that? You see that? Just raise your racket and hold the middle ground would be enough. See? She's trying to intercept. That's okay because it could be a drop to the net. You see why Feng Yanzhi moved back? Is because she moved that way. When she moved that way, Feng has no choice but to move this other way because this whole side is open. So, but Che saw that and Che tried to push it to the, you know, where's the most vulnerable position? You pass the girl and drop it here. So pass the girl and then drop it here. That's what Che saw and that's what she did. You see that? So now Huang is moving back to the center, and Feng had to go forward again to take that shot and see his body, see Feng's body. He's not in a good position to do that, but he's good, so he can still get the shuttle back, but not in a very effective way. And also, the best way probably do it across, because see how big the open space is. However, he can't do that. One is because his footwork is not there. Another is because the lady is in the way. It happens in games. Okay, so I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just telling you what's happening here. So you see that? This one, Feng Yanzhe can totally do that. But if he does it, because Huang Dongping is going, stretching, and turn around, it would hit her. Hit her face or something. So that's not going to be good. So, yeah, that's kind of this game. But I don't, it's already half an hour, so I'm going to stop here, and maybe later I'll do the rest or something if you guys are interested in that. But so we'll stop right here, and please visit my website, and I have other materials there as well. And I will continue to put other good materials on there in the future as well. And you can make requests if you leave comments or something. So I know you may not be happy because most of the materials there are behind the paywalls, but you got to feed your family, right? So I need some income, so I have to do that. And I believe knowledge is best served paid. Really, free knowledge is not always appreciated, So please help me with like a cup of coffee or a light meal. It can help me a lot. So anyway, this will be the end of this video, and I hope you enjoyed the games and my comments. And this is 2Legs Better. I'll see you later. You have a great day.